previously on Gears.
It's time to talk the world of Formula One, and of course, as always, it is brought to us compliments of Pirelli and Tiger Wheel and Tyre, and you can stand a chance to win a trip to any 2014 F1 Grand Prix. All you have to do is find out more at twt.to. Let's start off with Mark Webber. Mark Webber all of a sudden is quoted all over the place, being asked a million different questions about, this driver, that driver, etc., etc. And I'm a little bit confused by everyone just wanting to know what Mark Webber actually thinks. But this is the weirdest one that has come out to me. He's admitted that he struggled for motivation in recent years, but still feels he may be leaving a year too soon. Now, if you're not feeling the motivation, why are you there? He says, I've been on edge with Formula One motivation-wise for the past couple of years. You have to be driven. You turn yourself around each winter and the fire in your belly is not quite where it was when you were 24. So then you've been holding the seat for somebody else who's hungrier. Great guy, hell of a nice guy, Mark, but, now it's time to move on. Let's get on to the issue of Felipe Massa. As we know, he's been unceremoniously dumped by the Ferrari team at relatively short notice. Now, as we know, for the past couple of seasons, specifically this year and, of course, last year, he's definitely tried his best to assist Fernando Alonso in trying to keep his title championships alive. And he's done an admirable job doing that as well. Now, if you're Felipe Massa right now, you fighting for your Formula One career, you're going from Ferrari to somewhere, more than likely having very big discussions at the moment with the likes of Lotus. There's a couple of reasons, but I'll get to that in a short while. What if you are Felipe Massa? What do you do now? Do you sit there and play the team game and try and assist Fernando Alonso? Or do you go out and show everybody how good you really are, thereby getting others to be convinced that you should be in their team? I think the latter. I really do. And he's come out and said, I will not race for Alonso from now on. Right from Friday at Singapore, I'll be working for myself. I will tack all the time, every lap. It's now the time to look after myself. And you got to agree, I would do exactly the same. So good luck to Felipe for the remainder of his season with Ferrari. Now, there's more about Felipe, and let's just have a look at the Lotus connection. His manager in the world of Formula One is a guy called Nicolas Stott, and Nicolas Stott is the son of Jean Stott. So it's all very, very close together. They're all tots, not like poitre. They're tots. Now, the thing about it is, he's negotiated very successfully over the years to keep Felipe Massa at Ferrari. He also comes along with some big deals, for example, a big watch sponsorship with Richard Mille. And that could really work in Felipe Massa's favor when negotiating with Lotus. Lotus have had their money woes. So instead of having to pay a fortune for the likes of Kimi Raikkonen, they're already cutting their bill no matter who they sign, whether it be Felipe Massa, whether it be Nico Hülkenberg. Whomever they sign is going to cost them a lot less. But one of those drivers can bring some money into the team as well, that being Felipe Massa. Hülkenberg doesn't have that luxury behind him. Plus, the experience that Felipe Massa brings to the team is also something that Lotus will be looking at, because if they go with the Hulk and they go with Grosjean, which I'm really convinced that they will stick with Grosjean, they don't have a Grand Prix winner. They've got very, very fast drivers, but they don't have a Grand Prix winner. My personal opinion, I would love to see Grosjean and Hülkenberg, but I'd also like to see Felipe Massa get himself a decent drive. More from Felipe Massa, even though he said, I'm not going to assist Fernando Alonso. He came out with something quite extraordinary, because don't forget, Felipe Massa has raced with Michael Schumacher, and now he's raced with Fernando Alonso. And he came out and said his current teammate is more complete. Wow. He says Schumacher was very, very good. He was amazing and a very complete driver as well. But I think Alonso is even more perfect. Which just goes to show, if you imagine if he had a decent car. Okay, that's enough about Felipe Massa as well. Oh, no, one more thing about Felipe Massa. So he's come out and said, I'm not helping Alonso. Then he said, Alonso is really, really, really brilliant. And then he's come out and said, you know what? Raikkonen and Alonso are going to clash at Ferrari next year. And you know what? Here's a guy who knows. He knows it very, very well. He's worked with Schumacher. He's worked with Alonso. He knows how the team works. And we all know that Kimi is a much more quiet kind of a person. But Kimi also is quite demanding, and he wants stuff. Alonso, we know, can be as petulant as a 5-year-old. So the two of them, I think it's going to make for extraordinary racing. But it could end up in a tremendous amount of tears as well. Here's something that comes from the Force India team, because the Force India team, and it's weird to say this, but they're trying to catch the likes of McLaren in terms of the points championship for this year. Not to win it, but to just beat them. They're saying they can catch McLaren and beat them. I'm not entirely sure that is going to be possible, but I think it could be quite an intriguing battle if they do have something special in that car, especially when we come to Singapore this coming weekend as well. The Mercedes-Benz team and Executive Director Toto Wolff believes that the return of full downforce circus at the upcoming flyaway races could shift the balance back towards Mercedes before the end of the year. He doesn't go on to say that it could shift the balance for anybody else, and he also admits the fact that Red Bull go well on any circuit, and that's what's very, very scary about it. This coming weekend, it is one of the most exciting races in terms of the Singapore Grand Prix. It is very, very hectic. Just in the sense the track is actually quite narrow compared to something like Monaco. There's a different feel for the drivers because they're racing at night. They've got these brilliant lights around them, but they've got reflections to worry about and those kind of things. Plus, on top of it, just to throw a little spanner in the works, Pirelli will have the super soft and soft tires this coming weekend. But just having looked at the weather report, I can tell you, on Friday they're expecting 31 degrees, guys. It's like hot like here. But thunder showers. On Saturday, 31 degrees, but thunder showers. And on Sunday, 31 degrees, but thunder showers. So it could well be a very, very wet race. Either way, it's going to be something very, very intriguing. I look forward to it as well. Tomorrow, of course, we'll continue our build-up to this coming weekend's Grand Prix of Singapore. It's going to be amazing, and I'm sure there'll be more rumblings in the rumor mill of Formula One tomorrow. There we go. That's our Formula One report. As always, it is brought to us compliments of Pirelli and Tiger Wheel and Tyre. And you can stand a chance to win a trip to any 2014 F1 Grand Prix. All you have to do is go to www.twt.to.
Trip for two to any 2014 Formula One Grand Prix of your choice. Plus, you can double your chances when you buy any 2 or more Pirelli tyres. Get to your nearest Tiger Wheel and Tyre to enter. Only at
weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.
Beautiful.
Gears with Sasha Martinengo on balls.co.za.